Hello, my name is Evgeny Vasilyev. Today I would like to make some small video demonstrating how to um, use Naftacards software and how to create different types of cards. I have tested to make it because there are many questions regarding it in last time, and so I would like to make some basic introductory video which will describe some of the basic questions regarding it. It will be only basic without digging in details, but based on it we will be able to gain some knowledge about how the things works, and it will close some basic questions which could arise regarding it. So making this video I would like to help the viewers to understand how it works and have some basic knowledge when which will be required during installations. For more deep questions I would be able to explain separately or in a separate video. So what we have now, we will install Naftapos software on our computer. We will try to see how it works, try to make a few attendant cards to see how they work. After that we will create some, we will install Naftacards software, make some types of cards, for example volume cards, money cards, discount cards, and see how they work, how to create them, how to refill them, how to create different types of wallets, how to create corporate wallets, and how to use them, and how to generate reports. So the very basic knowledge regarding it. So we will start from Naftapos software. I have here a folder with installers, so I install Naftapos software. It asks me which language to use. By default it's Russian because I have Russian in my computer. I have Naftapos dongle, select the folder and click on installation. I will not close applications. So now we are installing Naftapos software. Mostly it's very simple process, just follow the advice. Click on next button. Now MySQL database is being installed. The files are copied. Now the service MySQL is installed. You see in Russian because by default select the language of the computer. I have Russian language of computer, so installer is running in Russian. If you have English language of computer, it will be running in English. Database is created. Now Naftapos reports are installed. It's a separate installer here. Trying to install Naftapos USB software detection dongle. Click on next and it will install drivers itself. It can take a minute about to be installed, so we will be waiting during this time until the process finishes. That's finished. Click on close. Services are installed successfully. Okay, Naftapos is now installed, so we can now go to it and configure it. I will go to here, D, Naftapos folder, and here I will go to faucet. Well, you can go to it through the start button. I will check configuration of Naftapos currently installed. Authentication, select user, it's only one user. Password by default is empty, no password. Now we will check here the configuration. I will leave mostly everything by default. No need to change here anything, because you can get everything from the manual. Database or drivers. We will go to drivers. Currently we will not use any printer. We will use a printer void cache register driver. So no receipts will be printed currently. We will configure our Naftapos software to work with PTS controller driver. Set here. Check its configuration. For pumps are selected. Check to use pump electronic toggle counters, redrive process controller, quick authorization, and we will check to show totalizer submit button. COM port number 1, I know that it is on number 1. Let's test it. Connection is submit, it replies to us. Check which pump numbers. We have 4 pumps now connected. Multipliers are set to 2 digits for all the values we have. Okay. Let's leave it like it is now. By the way, I have our Unipump simulator connected to PTS controller. I will now check with you its configuration. Go to pumps, PTS configuration. It will launch PTS config. Now it's Russian. Select English language. Okay, now connect to COM port number 1. Check the firmware version. It is from 11th of January. Okay, this here pumps configuration is Unipump protocol 9600, and 4 addresses are selected. Each pump has parameters to set protocol type Unipump for PTS controller, that's good, and others for by default. So if we select here, we can see that nozzle is up on the one of the pumps. Let's check it again. So we have it like this one. Okay, it's good. Take nozzle down. Let's test that it's working. I'll set the full tank. It's to automatically authorize pumps in full tank mode on the lock. So pick up a nozzle, authorizes it automatically. Press the trigger and it goes, it works. Okay, take down nozzle and it stops. You see that it's registered 364. Okay. Nozzle number 2. So nozzle number 2 authorized. Installation key in. Take up the nozzle trigger and it continues going. Okay. So we have now our PTS controller connected to the simulator and we can provide control over dispensers. So let's disconnect, close it, and continue with our configuration. So the drivers, PTS controller is working. In LPG system it's a virtual tank driver, so we will not have real pump ropes connected. It will be in another manual, or you can see it in manual. Yes, I will not concentrate on it now. Barcode scanner. But here we will currently set just universal driver, but we will come back to it a little bit later. Pumps controller is a local mode, no other system connected. Local modes. Okay, tanks. We have 4 tanks, but there are virtual tanks, so there are later only in Naftapol software. No actual probes connected or simulators of probes. Our pumps. So we have 4 pumps. First 2 with 3 nozzles. First 3 with 3 nozzles, and the fourth is with 2 nozzles. Okay. Payment forms. Some payment forms activated. Order is by default. Everything is used by default. View will show only pump windows now. No sales window, no extended sales view. Just to check. Okay. Pump modes. Activate all the pump modes. Additional modules. Let's now I will close all these modes. No need to demonstrate them. Let's close all the plugins. Save it. Okay, we are ready, I think. So we click on exit and we will now try to launch Naftapol software. It's loaded. Okay, now we have it. The shift is closed now, so to make it work we need to continue shift on new shift. We don't have, it's running for the first time, so we don't have any shift opened yet. So if you click on continue shift, it will tell that I can't continue the shift, so we need to new shift. Click on new shift. We have only one user service. So now the shift is becomes it tries to read prices before open the shift. Okay, we can set prices here for each fuel we want. Let's set apply prices now for all the pumps. Okay, the price I applied, close this window. So now we have 4 pumps. Actually, let's test how it works. If we take up a nozzle, we see that the first nozzle taken up. Price is 10.25. So in case if we are using preset modes, currently preset is selected here. If we select, for example, 5 liters, it will be about 51 in money, 25. And in case I click start, it will be around 5 liters. So we can try to dispense from here. So the same we can make from here. For example, if we enter here 20 and click on start and take up the nozzle, it will be priced. So authorization now is done by in volume. So we see that volume right here exactly. So we can provide control over it. Take down nozzle. So dispensing finished. Naftapol is trying to authorize to get utilizers. In case if we switch to manual mode, for example, for tank manual, I would like to show how it's working in manual. In manual mode, authorization will be done automatically. Natapos will be monitoring how dispensers are working, and authorization will come automatically at detection that nozzle is taken up. So in case if you take up to some nozzle up, it is seen and authorization come at once, and we can put authorization. No need to touch Natapos at this. Notice that the nozzle is up and authorize dispenser automatically. Oops, authorization doesn't come. Now we will check why it is here. So okay, we will remember that here is some problem. Try to authorize. Because I didn't select manual modes in current modes. Okay, try one once again. Notice and authorize at once. So in such a way we can play with nozzles. Take a nozzle and authorize at once. Take some nozzle and it authorizes at once. And Natapos monitors it all and saves all transactions to the database. So let's take all the nozzle down. In case if we now check the reports, just to see how it works, we can open reports. Reports are loaded. I will check the fuel sales complete reports by daytime or by shift. Let's select by daytime. Many other reports are also available. So let's select that we are making it from today. Today's I think it's like 16th. So we will be getting reports until this moment from yesterday till today from this time on all the pumps, on all the products. Now this report. Now it's HTML format, so it will be opened in the browser. You can select other formats if possible, and the report is opened. So we see all the sales summary reports. Sales were made. Actually, we were using only a payment form called cash. Actually, you can use some other payment form, so it's 100% from all the payment forms we didn't select. And here all the list of the sales we've made so far. And this is total cost we made. So one of the reports is showing us what we have done so far. Okay, close it. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to install plugin for NAFTA-cards. We have tested that Natapos is working, so now we are installing plugin. I have here my installer. It's called NAFTA-cards. Click on setup, select language. I think I will close Natapos before installation because it will need some of the Natapos resources. Select English language. So open the English installer. Here we normally should be entering the IP address, the database of our NAFTA-card server, its login and password, but actually now I will even enter some void information. After that we will enter real information. I would like to show how fuel attendant cards are working first of all. After that I will enter exact data and we will connect to server. So now I will demonstrate how to use fuel attendant cards. They do not require connection to remote server. And after that we will configure remote server settings and connect to remote database. So I can enter here any void information which I want, for example something. Click on next. The main idea is that fields should be filled with some data. Select all the regular installation, all the components, agree, and each database is being installed. Okay, installation is finished. Now we can go to NAFTA-POS folder, open POS set, launch POS set, and we will try to configure NAFTA-POS. to make it work with cards. First of all, fuel attendant cards. Login. So what we will need for this? First of all, we will need to go to drivers and to install our barcode scanner. Now I have two readers connected to my computer. These are VRD. If you go to our website, you can see these readers. I have two of these readers connected to my PC. So we can install them on the dispenser, or we can install them near the Naftapos computer. Depends on how the petrol station should work. It's just, for example, I could use this terminal if I would like to be able to enter preset or to be able to enter pin codes. But I would like now to concentrate on this one, simple reader. So I will come here and click on scan VRD installation, set this driver, and go to configuration. So I uncheck this do not use this device function, and set that one reader is nearby. I just have two of them, but I will use one of them for Naftacards server software, and one of them for Naftapos. I have the reader with IP address 100 and 192.168.1.192. Yes. By the way, how this number was gained? This number was gained in such a way: I go to configuration, come to here, and here I have the menu for this reader. By default, its IP address is 0.191. So it was by default. I went here and come to settings, press admin VKMODULE and set here the configuration which I need. This is configuration which I needed for me, so I gained the settings from here. And so I have it now working with this IP address. This field pumps now is 0. When you have 0, it means that this reader will be able to work with all the dispensers. But in case if you want to create a reader, each reader for each separate dispenser, which is very good, you can, for example, if you have 4 pumps, you can install here 4 pumps, enter the, for example, IP addresses of readers. For example, 3, 4, or some other numbers. So and here enter that it is for first. This is, for example, for second. This is for third. This is for fourth. It will then each reader will work with its own pump. Or you can make the following. For example, if you have only 2 pumps, you can make that first reader is if you have only 2 readers, first reader is, for example, for pumps 1 and 2, or 1 and 2, and second is, for example, is 3 and 4, or like first and third, or here is second and fourth, etc. Now I want that my reader serves all the pumps, so I will be able to work only with one. I could do it in several variants, for example 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 4, but I can write only just 0 to make it work with all the pumps. Actually, this is all configuration, and I click on OK button. But actually, we can go to the settings, come to indication, set them, for example, by default, and, for example, test. For example, normal operation, click on test. Oh no, it's cartridge, it's red. I want to hear my reader beeping. A moment, let's. Oh yes, response from PC. So it's beeping, so it's now connected. Okay, click on OK. Okay. Now we have configured our reader. Go to additional modules, and here we can find our currently installed Naftapos plugin. Let's move it to top in this list. Normally it's good to keep it on the top of the very list, even if you have some other drivers plugins configured, enabled. So please keep on the very top. I was told that it's better than keep it at the bottom from experience. So let's uncheck everything others. We will not concentrate on it, and save it and come to its properties. So this is configuration of Naftacards plugin. What we have three tabs here. First is like general settings, manual card number entering key. We do not need it because we have our reader connected. Without shop, yes, it's without shop. Limit order with card limit. It means that you are not able to dispense more than you have on your card balance. So it's useful. Discount in liters by default. Okay, we will not use it. Enable dispensing at absence of connection to reader. Oh, we have connection to reader, no need in this. Menu phone card. Okay, let's use it. Show hide status. Oh, we will not need it. Card refilling. We will not need it. Item manual synchronization. Yes, we will need it for future when we will be using cards from Naftacards. Print additional receipts after dispensing. It means that it allows to print data about your card balance when you're using Naftacards cards, for example money cards or volume cards. So it will be able to print receipts after each usage of the card on how much is the balance left on the cards. We will not need it because we don't use printer in this video. And without confirmation of payment form changing, yes, we will need it. It means that for example, if in case if you have money card selected as a payment form and you bring, for example, volume card or you bring fuel attendant card, so to make NaftaPOS automatically change the payment form depending on which card is brought to the reader. So it's useful, we will need it now. Currency code for codes for money cards, we will use it a little bit later. Minimal remainder on the cards. Wait for card milliseconds, it means how much to wait for the card to be brought to the reader. Okay. It's okay, normal. Payment forms. We have some payment forms now. Now we don't see here additional payment forms. Let's now save it and we will activate other payment forms. Go to payment forms and we see that we have here also some additional, for example, discount card, fuel card, money discount card, bank discount card. We will now use only this three one. So save it, come back to plugin and payment forms. So we have here this, it also created. Okay. We have here discount card, fuel card, money card. Awesome. So what we'll do from the beginning, let's make fuel attendant cards while we haven't installed the Naftacard server yet. Let's go to cache, for example, make it on switched on, select that it will be used for fuel attendants. And when we activated it, we have our card reader clipping. Click cursor here, brought some card to the reader and it automatically reads the card. Let's make it fuel attendant 1, for example, or you can write here some other name of real name of the person who is fuel attendant. Second, again select fuel attendant, brought some other card, automatically writes here its number, fuel attendant number 2, add here, and let's make it once again. I will even delete, I can not touch, just to make it visible. I will again, number is red, so I have fuel attendant number 3, add it here. So we have now 3 fuel attendants. I only have 3 cards with me, actually I didn't take more, so we use only 3 cards now. Connection adjustments, it means that here are connection to server. We place some not real data, so no connection to server will be done now. After that we will configure it, but a little bit later. So let's save it now, and we have it now. So if you remember, I set to cache fuel attendant cards to be activated on cache. So now we close the set, come here and go open NaftaPOS, system, run NaftaPOS. NAFTA system is opened. This is automatically created widget for NAFTA cards. It shows it's now it's run for the first time, but actually it cannot connect to server yet because actually we didn't enter any server settings. Instead of it, we entered some void data. Shift is opened. Let's that's not this button. Shift, continue shift, because it's already open, so we can now make it. I will show in two ways authorization of pumps. First of all, we will use the preset. So when NAFTA intentionally authorizes when cacher is using NAFTA is signaling NAFTA how to use field tendon cards, and after that we will use NAFTA in automatic modes when in manual modes. When NAFTA automatically gives authorization when it sees nozzle up. So first of all, let's enter some value here. For example, 50 liters is much. 5 liters, for example. Click on start. It is requiring to bring a card. Let's bring some fuel tendon cards. Fuel tendon cards is red. And authorization is allowed. So okay. Now we take up nozzle and allow it. 5 liters, and 5 liters will be dispensed. Same things we can do with, for example, let's select some other type of fuel. For example, I select here cash payment components here also, because we are using it now. So let's 5 liters for dispense. Let's make some enter something here, another payment form, another fuel card of another fuel attendant. It was second fuel, and authorization is done. And same here, for example, I will take nozzle number 3, take up, it's taken up, also press trigger, and for example 4 liters, allow it, put in card read, and we can dispense. So this is when there is a cacher mode, when there is a cacher and he manually allows fuel dispensing or not allows, and enters the preset values here. Let's now switch dispensers to manual mode of operation. So when dispenser will start automatically on detection that nozzle is taken up. So we will not now to enter anything in NAFTA, we will work only with pumps. Takes up some nozzle, 1, 2, 3. The reader begins to beep. Bring a card to reader, and it starts. Same here, for example, nozzle number 3, take up. The reader beeps, bring a card, and it starts. Take up a nozzle, it starts. While when detected, the card is valid. So in case if I take up a nozzle just without anything, it is beeping, but if I am not valid or I have some invalid card, it will not start. It will be just beeping and asking for a card. So only when a card is valid and the fuel attendant comes to it, brings it to it, the card is red and authorization is working. So we can now touch away detect which fuel attendants were serving which dispensers. So we made some dispensings. I can also show that, for example, if I made a new order preset, for example 5 liters, I made preset, I take up a nozzle, the dispenser the reader is beeping, press reader, and it will dispense exactly as I need. So this is like simulator of preset keyboard. One more time. On money, for example, I want to dispense on 20 money. I click OK here, preset is entered. I take up some nozzle which I will need. It's asking for card. Bring a card. And allow authorization. So it will dispense exactly as I ordered 20 money. Yep, it stopped on 20 money. Okay, so we made some dispensings. and now it's okay. So let's check what we've done so far. Go to records. I will check what sales we've done so far. Sales detailed report by shift or summary. Oh, which sales detailed report by shift. Select HTML. Quite full. Select which working shift. Pumps, fuel types, generation of reports. So we've done 21 sales so far in this video on total cost of. Let's check which fuel dispensing were served by which fuel attendant and how much money each fuel attendant should return to owner of petrol station. Come back to reports and fuel sales by cards, report by shift or by daytime. Let's select by daytime, for example. So we have only card type, only fuel attendants so far, because other cards are not available in the system yet, but we will now make it available later in this video. And we see that fuel attendant number 1 made 4 dispensing, fuel attendant number 2 made more dispensing, and 3 these dispensing. So fuel attendant number 1 should return in cash to owner of petrol station in the end of working shift this amount of money. Fuel attendant number 2 should return to owner of petrol station this amount of money, and number 3 this amount of money. Totally they should return this amount of money. So now you can flexibly use fuel attendants between all the dispensers you have, and you can be sure about 2 things. That fuel attendants will return exactly the cash they returned to you, and no one can be able to just simply take up a nozzle and dispense fuel without having a valid fuel card, because the software will not authorize dispenser until it sees that you have the valid fuel card. So in general we've done with this part of video. Let's go next. Next point which we have to describe is installation of the card manager software. So we will close reports. We will need to close NavtaPOS for a while, because now we will need to change some of its configurations, or we can simply go to configuration from here, it doesn't matter. And so we will now go to this part and run multi-manager software installer. Select English language, okay. Okay, next. Card manager number 2. Okay. I think I have something here. There, 21. Let's be clear, 21. Because I think I have this folder already with some software. Okay, version for NavtaCards, or version for consolidated database of service. Okay, it's not for NavtaCards. Okay. So now we have to define which will be our real server on which the database NavtaCards software actually is installed. I will be now using our temporary database, which is installed on our server. So it's our general usage. We are just playing around with it. So when we are installing on our customers, we are giving exactly data for our customer database. So in case if we install to customer server, we are giving data for our customer server. In case of we are installing on our server, we are giving our customers data about our server. I have here some config file about our server, so I will just take data from it. I will later show where this file is. IPs. Actually, I can now also fill it with some void data, and after that I will just set it in settings. But I will now fill it. Host is our IP address of our server. Port is our port, is correct. Name is name of the database name. Okay, this is the temporary login and temporary password. RFID reader IP. It's IP address which will be used together with our NavtaCards server software. I have it with me. Its IP address is 193. Same way I set it using the browser. The reader has its built-in web server, so I just came to it and set the IP address which I need. Normally I can change it or restore to default. Okay. manager 2. Okay. Create sync monitor shortcuts, Synaptic reports shortcuts, card manager shortcuts. Okay, actually it's shortcut. Why we don't need shortcut now? Thank you very much, but we don't need it. Or actually let's use it just for demonstration. It also installs the reports for card manager. Install the card manager itself. Okay, now it's finished, it's done. So we will now try to launch it. We go to drive so C, program files, card manager, or not this one, it's my old one. Okay, this one. Now we have card manager. By chance I will be able to show this config XML file. This is actually what we've entered so far. So if you click to change, it will be the data which we have entered. So we have this IP address, these settings which we entered. So this is like configuration of our connection, of our software connection. Case if we open it, it will, it's first time running, so it's in Russian. After that, now we will change the language to be in English. It requires us to enter the login and password. It's admin. But actually, to avoid entering it for future, we will now change and manager login password just paste it here in configuration just to avoid future necessity to enter it. But actually, you can change the password in login inside of the software and be able to enter it each time if you want. I will save it just to avoid it for future usage. So where is it? Now it's loaded. It's in English. This is like system operations. This is for users list. Some users roles are allowed. Roles are in Russian. It's just for demonstration. This is like system settings, and other are for users of the system. This is for administrators of the system, and this is for users of the system. So what we need so far? First of all, we are going to create our cards. Cards will be used on petrol stations, which are entered in the system. So we will need not only create the cards here, we will also create card holders here, companies which are working with card holders, and also a list of petrol stations where the cards are allowed to be used. So in general, we will start from a location section or nodes as it's called, and create some geolocation. Here you can see some temporary data. This is our server, which one of the servers we are playing. Just we created some new one, and there is already someone playing. So I will be able to create some temporary data. About the GUI of this thing, I will explain in several words. I will try to find some tab, for example this one, which has some data. For example, this tab has some data. What you can do here, normally when this system is used, there will be hundreds or thousands of rows here, and you will be able to select from quite a big quantity of them. So it's necessary to be able to filter and select them in the manner you want to make it very quickly. I will show maybe something. Oh yes, for example like this one. So imagine that in this database, so the software is like a reflector of the database. You have many rows entered. What you can do with it? You can filter them. Yeah. Sort them. You can press Ctrl and make complex sorting. select which rows you want to show which nodes, I will disable auto size, so I will be able to make it you see in more details. If this makes sortable, click on enter and press enter, and you see that it's sorted number 1, sorted number 2. Click here, sorted number 3, so it's sortable on 3 fields. So pressing and holding Ctrl K allows you to make complex sorting. The next thing is you can make filtering. For example, I select any fields and just drag and drop it to filters area here. So now it's I took column number ID, card ID, and paste it here. For example, I can select some condition. Card ID, for example, some condition contains, for example, and some number. For example, I will select just only 4. So it showed all the rows which contains in column card ID number 4. For example, I will select 1 and it will rebuild, or 1, 2, only one of them contains 1, 2. I can take some other fields, from for example company name, and paste it here. So it's double filtering, so filtering on 2 fields. For example 1, and here it will contain letter A. So it showed to me another list of fields. So you can take as more rows as you want and make filters here. When you don't need a filter, you just drag and drag these settings. One most important thing is, for example, you have many rows and you need to change the same attributes for some big number of rows. So it's no necessary to make it one by one. So for example, if you have 100 of rows and you need to quickly change attributes for all these rows, you can just select multi group selection, select which fields you need, press on it doesn't allow me many fields. I will make some other card holder name. Oh no, not this one. Maybe it will bring some comments. For example, I will just change comments. Let's select all of them. So let's select some value and place here. So all the rows were updated at the same time. If you click on save, everything will be saved. However, you can revert back the changes elements from the element record until it was saved. So now we can make the following. We will be able to, all the saved settings are colored in another column until it is saved. When you save it, it will be able you will see them in the same color without any backgrounds. So now we will start from beginning. We'll go to location tab, select here view geo countries, and select new values. Just press mouse right button click and insert new record elements, export records, revert, delete, restore, insert new record, for example. It opens a window. Actually, you can just press insert button. The Windows opens. I don't like this. This is many. It's just too small. Select new country name. For example, we will work in, I don't know. Let's imagine that we are working in Australia, for example. Australia. Short name, long name. For example, country of Australia. And comments. For example, best country. Just for example. Okay, save it. To make the settings be applied, click on save button or restore object. Restore object. Okay, I will check it. It was already saved. I had to. Okay, I can make the following. I will press it here 1 and if I don't use, I will enable a revert cell to value. Yes, yes, okay, it's working now. So until I've pressed save, I can restore it. So now I can change any field I want. If I will save it, it will be saved. It's quite easy to work in this software. Okay, we've selected new country named Australia. Now we go to regions list and we will create a new region inside this Australia. All we need is to create our location of our petrol stations on which the Naftacart system is working. So let's create some new records. Country name, I'm sorry, it's region, no, it's country name, yes, it's Australian. Region name, I just more like Eastern, South, Southern East, for example. I don't know where is it, but let's imagine that we are located, our petrol station is located on southern east of Australia. Region extended name, southern east. Comments, no comments, for example. Okay, save this. Cities list. Okay, here we will create some new city. I don't know which city. What city? The Canberra. Okay. Region name is our southern east. Canberra. I hope I wrote it correctly. Sorry if I make a mistake. I never was in Australia. Okay, Canberra comments one, for example. Okay. So we can actually not write comment if you want it. We can do it here. Now petrol stations list. We will now create which petrol station are installed in this Canberra city. City action. Petrol station. I will now just good petrol. This is our petrol station. Petrol. Oh, so it's city list, not petrol station. It's our Canberra. And here is our petrol. Station extended name. For example, it's good petrol station. It's extended name. Its address, its phone, its email address, etc. Other info comments. We will not use it now. Save it here. So we have our new petrol stations and clients. Clients means in our case it's Naftapos software is our clients. So Naftapos is client for Naftacart server software. So this is exactly the ID of Naftacarts. Now we will create new records. Client status will be active, not active. Sorry, we will now just make it more bigger. Client status is active, not active, synchronization forbidden, upload forbidden, download forbidden, not registered. So it's tools to allow to set which type of which status of the client is now. We will create an active client, so it will be working. Petrol station name, which whom we are talking about, it's good petrol, of course. Comments, okay. So save it. So it creates our good petrol station in our system. The system gave it automatically object ID number 4, so it's working under number 4. It's not possible to change it here because it's like a unique key inside the database. We will need to use this 4 value inside our Naftapos software. So in this case, if we go to Naftapos software, we will need to set it in our Naftacart plugin. Go to settings, go to connection adjustments, and here we have to set this 4 value, because exactly it will be identifier of our Naftapos system on the server. So Naftapos server will know which petrol station the card is being used now when Naftapos is addressing to Naftacart server. By the way, while we are here, we will configure these settings. Okay, we have Now server, I will correct it. Server address, port, card test, it's card test, database name card test. Save it. Okay. Okay. And now we will try to move forward. We will create our products. We'll check our products. Products list is a list of products we are working with. Normally, products are defined by their IDs, so it's like product codes. So when NavtaCart server and NavtaPOS works together, they should share the same product database to make separate between products. In NavtaPOS software, we have products on top. Thanks. We have here a little products codes and product names. So we see that fuel codes are these 4 of them. We have only 4 products here. Now actually we can create new products, but we will deal with only with this one. So it's the codes are 10,000 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we will have the normal, premium, diesel, unleaded. On the server we are calling them in other ways, but in general they have the same product codes. So these are our products which we are going to use. Currencies list. Oh, let's make it real or some other. Let's call it real. For example, we'll deal with this currency. So we'll use product code number 1, for example. Here we need to go to additional modules and say that we are going to currency code for money cards number 1. Okay. Now we are going to set our companies list. We will disable size and speak about which companies we are going to use. Companies means that we are going to sign, for example, agreements with some big companies whose employees are going to use cards, fuel cards. So they are going to get fuel on our stations, and we will make an agreement with this company that their employees will be filling this fuel on our petrol stations, or just with separate individuals. In general case, it will be companies. So we will now create new company with whom we will deal instead New Yorker. Let's make it this company calls, for example, some Janko. I don't know what it means, but just such name came to my mind. I'm sorry if this company really exists. I'm begging pardon that I'm using its name. It's the first letters I just imagined. So for future cases, I am sorry for this. Let's call it 1, 2, 3, that no one will give some words about it. So company will be like Janko 1, 2, 3. Extended name, it's phones, address, emails, registration codes, contact number, company contact date. We will not use it. Some other fields. We will now need only this information, but normally this data should be also fields to make it be able to use for accounting purposes. Save it. So now we have some new company. It's called Janko. Cardholders list. Now we'll deal with cardholders. So this will be the people, employees of this company who are going to use their cards on our petrol stations. Now what we will do is we will create our new cardholders. Insert new record. Let's create several card holders. For example, John Brown card holder. So maybe it's popular name. Company name is will be Janko123. Card holder sex name will be male or not, or female. Let's make it male. His birthday date. Imagine that he's very young and he has 17 years old now. Just about it. This field is normally needed to be able to give him a special discount on his birthday. Card holder phone, card holder address. So we are making with him like an agreement, and we should know about him. So in case if he or his card is lost, or someone is using it, or we should know who is responsible for this card. Card holder other info. Normally this field should be field for accounting purposes. Let's save it and add some more. Mary Brown, his wife, or his just sister, working in the same company. Maybe she is a director of the company. Janko123. She's like female. She was born on the same date. Or let's make her a little bit older, for example. Her phone, her address, same as customer data. Okay, and let's make whom? Their father. Teddy Brown. Company name same. This and some data about him. So we made our three people. So if you would like to separate them from the whole list, we can just drag and drop this Janko filter here. So only, or for example, let's separate them by Brown surname, only 3 of them. Okay. Now what we'll need to do is we save it all, and we will need to create cards. Now finally we are going to deal with cards. So we will give each of our Brown customers, card holders, we will give a separate card. We will start with a creation of, for example, wallet. Okay, let's first create cards. So what we'll need to do, we click on insert new record here, customer name, we'll start with John Brown, card ID. Now we need to bring a card to a reader. We have the reader and automatically read the number. Card serial number. This is exactly the number we see on the card. I have it 000883. And card pin code. In case you would like to enable our card customers to enter their pin code, so to make double protection. First is their personal card, and second their personal pin codes. So in case you would like to make this protection, we are entered here pin code, and the system will give out the message asking to enter pin code before using the cards. Now we will not need it, but generally this is optional things you can use. Card status. The cards can be on stock, like it's like received but not valid yet. Active is like valid. Not active is you would like to block it or make it not active or blocked. It's like temporarily disabled. So we will use it as active, and these fields will be now automatically fields when we are going to use wallets. So we save it here. It will be our first. I will place it the card separately. Second, we will create new card for our Mary Brown. There is the card serial number. I have it 000882. The system do not allow to save the same card numbers. So I would like to define that card ID field is internal card number, which you do not see because it's written on the chip inside the card. this card serial number is normally embossed card on the surface, so it's written and you can read it. Pin code no, card status it will be active. Save. And we will use one more card. Certain records. Our card holder it will be Teddy Brown. It's quite long number. Another type of card, but normally it will be 688. Correct. Card status active. Okay. Now we have our 3 cards. So each person is given his own cards. We will try to make different types of wallets for each of the users. First of all, we will how to create wallets on the cards. You need to select the card holder. Oops, sorted it not intentionally. So, for example, this is for John Brown. We need to come to currency wallets or volume wallets. So currency wallets is like money wallet. Volume wallets it's like wallet in liters, in fuel liters, and discount wallets it's like a wallet in discount. For example, let's create a volume wallet for our John Brown. Volume wallets. So as you see that now there is 0 wallets for each type. So we click on this cell for John Brown, volume wallets, John Brown. Oops. Time. Sorry. John Brown. Click on this cell and go to this magic tool. Click here and go to the magic tool. It's called card creator. So volume wallets, it allows you to create a new account, set daily limit. For example, we will allow him to daily dispense 20 liters, and monthly it will be, for example, 600 liters, not more. Or for example, we are 300 liters, not more. That you can daily dispense up to 20, but not more than 300 per month. So product name, this is our products. We are going to allow him, for example, let's do it for petrol number 1. Overdraft. Overdraft is a type of what to do in case if limit is already exhausted on the cards. What to do? You can give him some emergency store, or you can give him some fuel in credit or unlimited credit. So it's up to you to decide. In case if you give it, for example, in credit, then you should state here how much you can give it. So we will not give anything, just to make it simpler. You can create a corporate account if you want. Okay, corporate account, it means that several cards have the same account. So they are linked to the same account, several cards. So several drivers will use the same wallet between them. We will now use individual accounts and click on save. After save, you see here that number 1 is shown. Let's save it. In case if you now double click on it, you will open and see that automatically accounts was created for this type of card. Wallet daily limit is now 20, monthly wallet limit is 300, and account balance is 0. Okay. In case if you click on account, you will be able to see this type of window. It allows you to see that account movement, it means how much is now on the account balance. Party price, it means that for which price it was purchased. It means that for which price the petrol station was purchasing fuel to be sold to this customer. Because petrol station can purchase fuel on different prices depending on how much the petroleum depot sells it to the petrol station. So it's like party price of this part of fuel it purchased to give to customer to keep very precise accounts. So we can refill our card account from these points. If in case if you double click on the cell, you'll be able to enter some value. For example, we would like to refill our cards on 100 liters. Just to give, so our John Brown will be able to use 100 liters. In case if you are not leaving party price, I know that in many countries there is like stable price of on fuel, but in some countries it's different. You can leave 0 here, or you can set for which price this fuel you are going to give to John Brown was purchased, to make it in the reports to see the revenue exactly from sold price, from sold fuel. Let's set it to 0 and just not to count it, and click on save. So now our Teddy Brown has 100 liters on wallet wallet on volume wallet for petrol number 1 on his account. He can daily dispense only 20 and monthly 300, not more. See. Now we will try to make our system be used in Naftapos to make the synchronization. I will be able to click here. Oops. Oops. This name was incorrect. I will check now how it works. I'm quitting Naftapos, going here, and I will restart it to make the changes take force, come into force. I will hide these documents. No, we'll need it now. I didn't find the fields for login and password, so I will do one trick here now to demonstrate how the system works. Actually, I'm not sure that it will be synchronized now, because we did not enter these two fields, login and password, into our Naftapos software. So we will make the following. We will exit, open our Naftapos folder, go here to our special tools, plugins, Naftacards, and here is card client tester. We will set all the settings here. Get version, it's version of our Naftacards plugin, init our system, and get configuration. So we don't have our login and password, so the system will not be able to synchronize. Now we will enter it. This is our setting, internal setting of Naftacards. We will set this synchronize and set configuration. Okay. The system was synchronized. Actually, we can try now to get some information about some cards. For example, we have our John Brown. We will now copy his ID and try to paste it in Naftapos to check if it's already was synchronized to get card information. And we see that our person is John Brown. Personal information. He is from Janko 123 company. He has product name petrol number 1, available 20 liters, balance 100, and where is the limits? Here is monthly limits, here is daily limits. Okay, so the system was synchronized, and now we have everything on Naftapos. So what we entered in Naftacards, now we have in Naftapos. Okay, good. A few words about our Naftapos software, how it works. I will start it now. My computer is a little bit busy now because the video is being processed and the file size is growing, so it a little bit slowly. So now we have green color here. The system was synchronized well. Its mode is normal. What it means? I will continue sheet to make it work. It means that Naftapos software periodically synchronizes its database with server. to make the cards be working. Why it is doing like this? Normally, up until some years ago, we made each time card to be validated on the server. So, in case of customer brought his card was requested if it's valid on our server, and in case if server responded that card is valid and there is balance on it, Naftapos was authorizing the dispensers. In case of not, it wasn't authorizing. But the problems were happening when there were temporarily no internet connection on the site. So it happens that sometimes there is periodically for 1 minute, 2 minutes, the internet is not present. In this case, the card wasn't able to use. So we made the system in working different way. We made that server is periodically synchronized with Naftapos software. So Naftapos software is leading cards database, and when you're using your cards, there is no need to have internet access on your petrol station. You can have it, for example, on some regular period of time, but not currently. So they will become quite interruptions in internet for some little periods, and it will not stop from usage of Nafta cards. So, in case if we look deeply on the settings of Nafta cards, let's review them once again. Plugins, Nafta cards, card client tester. We can see that there is a period, synchronization period. It means what is the delay or timeout or periods between synchronizations of internal Naftabot database with cards server database, cards database. So it means it's once per 10 minutes, because 600 seconds is 10 minutes. Their databases are synchronized. So any changes you are making on the server or any sales you are making in Naftapos are synchronized per 10 minutes. However, there is a settings to make Naftapos be Naftacard system to be disabled on Naftapos when the delay of internet interruption is more than some time. For example, you can set it if there is no internet during 1 hour or 2 hours, whatever you want, or shorter periods, all the cards operations should be blocked. So cards are allowed when there is internet, at least once per 1 hour the synchronization is passed. So it's up to final customer to decide whether to use the cards when there is no internet, or whether to not to use, and what should be the timeout between the usages or not. So I showed how to make it. Now I will come back to Naftapos, and I will show one more button. It's called manual synchronization. It's a helper button just to make the synchronization between the databases be faster. We made it once because I don't want to wait until 10 minutes between I create new cards and can be able to apply it in Naftapos. So I will be using manual synchronization from time to time to make show how the things work. So now, in case if I make it, I can bring information about cards. My reader is beeping. I can bring my card, and I can see that sorry, some fields are in Russian. This is John Brown card from Janka company. He has balance with allowed funds, allowed limits. Our draft is issued, and so we can use it. Now, in case if we, for example, use it in remember that this card is for normal premium, normal platinum, because it's it's exactly for this code is used. One more thing, we didn't allow fuel cards to be used. We should return them back to configuration and allow fuel cards to be used. Come to POS set, additional modules, come to our plugin. By the way, I was using the same cards as for fuel attendants because I have only 3 of them. I will switch off fuel attendants, or I will better delete them now, and I will now configure fuel card to wallet type of card, money card to money, and discount card so to discount. So I have them all activated now, and I will click on save, and I will restart Naftapost to make the changes be applied, and try to show how to use volume cards. Continue sheet. So now, in case if I would like to use this few volume cards, I will, for example, enter here 2 liters. I will be using now preset mode just to demonstrate. Click on start. Oh, sorry. I will go to fuel cards. Enter 2 liters. Click on start. It is requesting for fuel card to be brought. So in case if I bring this card, it tells me that maximum order is 20 liters, and 2 liters is okay. This is my serial number which I have on the cards. So I will click no because I would like to test. In case if I use 22 liters, for example, I know that my limit is 20. Click on start, bring a card. It tells it's not enough funds on account because I have a limit. So I cannot use this card. Let's try to dispense something. I will give back to maximum order 20 limits. Bring a card and click on yes. I will take up a nozzle. The dispenser was raised and the dispensing is going. It's going, and for example something happens and my tank is already full, so I am not able to dispense all of it, and I have remainder on only 5 liters were dispensed out of 20 allowed. So in case if I now I place down nozzle, and in case if I now check what is the remainder of my card, I click on information about card, I see that I have balance 94 because only 5 and 13 liters were dispensed, so allowed funds I can dispense 14 liters more, 1487 liters more. So in case if I make synchronization manually, or I can wait for 10 minutes and it will on the server. So okay, I make it manually just to make the things faster. And in case if I go to manager, make refreshing of data and come to my wallets, I can see that this is the same numbers as now on the server. So data is accounted quite accurately. This is how fuel volume cards work. So in case if I use manual modes, so I use it on the dispenser, no need to go to Naftapost. For example, if I take up a nozzle, the card address beeping, Naftapost is authorizing dispensers, and it works. So I can use my cards. Manual synchronization, information about card, just to check it. I have now only 9 liters left on my accounts. But the dispenser will not dispense more because Naftapost authorizes the dispenser only on the maximum allowed limits, not more than allowed limits, so there will not be any overfillings. So in case if I make synchronization, I will see the same information on our server. So here is how our cards are working. Now we will try to create our money cards. For example, for Mary. Actually, we can make cards, many cards. Sorry, for the same person, we can create several wallets. For example, for petroleum, he will have volume cards. For diesel, for example, he will have money cards. For some other products, he will have discounts. But I will now just show in simple way that, for example, Mary will have only money wallets. I click on here and click on creation of new accounts. We'll now deal with money in real, for example. Daily limit it will be 100 money. 100 money. Okay. Monthly limit it will be, for example, 1000 money. And save it. Okay. Save it. Double click on it, and we are able to refill this card. Go to balance, and let's refill it, for example, on 500 reals. Comments. No need to make comments. Save it. So now we have 500 money on our wallet, for money wallet for real, and daily limit is 100. Save it. Save, and we will now try to check it in Afterpos. Let's make it tools synchronization to see it. Not wait for 10 minutes until the synchronization comes. And information about cards. So we have our Mary Brown. She has 100 real, and it's allowed, but the balance is 500, but monthly limit is 1000. Overdraft type is switched off. Okay. She can use any product actually she wants. For example, let's select some other type of product, premium fuel. Let's make it in manual mode, for example. Oh, sorry, I will use here money cards. Money cards. I will select this is manual mode of authorization. Select some some nozzle. Reader is beeping. I bring card, and the system authorizes. Example, something for dispensed. And now we can check how much money is. Oops, let's make synchronization and select how much money now is on its account. So we have 48.95 because 51.05 was already dispensed. So we have correct remainder of money on the card, and now we can check the same on the server. Here is our remains. Actually we can refill it one more time or several times. For example, on 22. Save, and tools synchronization. Let's check how much she has. Now it's a little more on 20. It's more than was, but the limit was 100. So the limit, the allowed funds for today is only 48, not more than 48. She will not be able to spend more than 48 because the system will not allow her. It will stop the dispenser at reaching this limit. Okay. And third thing you'll see is how to use discount cards. We'll go to our Teddy Brown, select discounts. Discounts is a little bit different than money wallets or currency wallets. Discount is a thing we need to create. First, we'll need to create the discount policy to make it be able to operate. So we go first of all to discount policies, and let's create some new policy. For example, insert new records. For example, let's make constant 5% discount. So what's this policy means? I will do it such a way. Policy accumulation periods. It means it's how much money, how much time you should accumulate the accumulation funds to make the policy come into force. For example, you can see these options like that. For example, the more points you selected during the previous periods, the more discount you have now, or the more points you selected current, for example, months, the more discount you have. Or one time means that the more points you select during this sale, the more discount you have. Or the more points you selected during all the life, the points you have. You'll select one time, so that for current sale, the more fuel you buy, for example, the more discount you have. However, we are using now the 5% discounts constant, so it's like constant discount. It doesn't actually means we are not using accumulation points. But in next discount we will use policy accumulation units. In which units are using. We are not now using any units. Policy discounts, these products. What are products? We will use all the products, for example. Or not, we will use only first two, for example. Products for these discounts. Policy discount units. In which units we will have discounts, for example, in percent or in money. In percent, for example, we will use our discounts. Policy limits and policy discount value. Policy limits, we will start with, for all of them we will have discount value 5%. So starting from 0 order, we will have constantly 5% discounts. Begin and activate, deactivate, I'm not sure what it means actually. Activate date, let's select it all. Okay, we've selected. So we have now constant 5% discounts. Now we will apply this discount to our card. So we click on this field, so it's Teddy Brown, discount wallet, click on card creator and new wallet, constant 5% discount, save it. So now we have it here, save it, and go to Naftapos, tools, synchronization, and try to use now our card, information about cards. So now we have discount 5% for Teddy Brown for always. Try to use it for first two fuels, and in case, for example, if we are using, just to see it, in case if we are using prices 10.25, let's try to select some order, take up a nozzle. We need to select discount card here. Start. It tells it bring a card. So please. Error of policy application. Let's check what can be the reason for it. I think I know. Okay. Let's check once again how this policy is configured. We will check once. I'm sorry, I was wrong. I will check it here. For example, 0.5, because I made it incorrectly. Let's check the other fields. Other fields are correct. Save it. Save. Synchronize. Synchronization. Now let's try to make it. Okay, order of policy application. Okay, I will check it once again. Okay, let me check, maybe I'm wrong here. I will allow it for all the fuels. Just to check where I'm wrong, and I will check here also in money. I will be able to make this discount in money, for example, just to check. Tools, manual synchronization. Okay, let's try to make it once again. I will remove this wallet. I will try now to make another discount. For example, here is already existing discount. It's called step by step. It's I think I know what was the reason for it. I will check one time. Policy in percent. I was right here in 5%, starting from 0. Okay, let's try it once again. And synchronize. Okay, again, apply this card to this wallet to cards. No, it's not working. Okay, let's try another one. I have another discount. It's called step by step. It means that the more fuel you purchase, the more discount is. We will check whether it's working or not. So from 1 liter, the discount is taken from volume. Discount is given in percents, and logic is that for 1 liter the discount is 1%. For 2 liters discount is 2%. For 3 liters discount is 3%. For 4 liters the discount is 4, and for 5 it's 5. Let's check it. It's for product code number 4. I will go to here and try to delete the existing wallet with discount. Let's create another wallet with step by step discount. Save it. And we will now try to check how it's working. Synchronization. Okay, discount card. Seems that everything is correct. So order in 1 liter, for example. Activate it. Discount is absent. Okay, for 1 liter. Let's make it 1 and 5. Discount is absent. Make it 2, 3. Discount is absent. Ah, okay, sorry, it's not for force fuel, it's only, I think it's for this one, it's for fuel codes, for fuel codes 10,004 is for this fuel. Let's check it. I'm sorry, I took another nozzle, take it down. Stop and select our payment form. Discount card. Discount is absent. Okay, let's check which nozzles is for 10,004. Unlead it. It's nozzle number 2. Aha. Unlead it. It's nozzle number 2 or not 3. Okay. Let's take up nozzle number 2. Here it is. And 1. Okay, now it's working. Discount 1%. Okay, cancel. For example, number 2. Start. Discount is 2%, and as we configured it, discount is 3%, etc. For more than 5 liters it will discount 5%. So the more we buy, the more discount we have. So this type of discount is working. Now let's try to understand what was wrong with constant discount. Go back here and try to check what was wrong. For example, let's use it fixed number 10. I see that this discount is on money. Let's try to use it. For example, let's use it for product code number. I will check. For example, on pump number 4. Let's see it. Just thanks. Here. For product code number like this one, I will copy it. Let's save this. Okay, let's make it here. And we will now use this discount also. Cartridge. We will now use another discount on this wallet. New wallet called fix10. Save it. So now we have two discount wallets. Save it. Let's check it how it works. Tools, information about synchronization first of all. Information about cards. So we have two discounts now. Okay, let's see how it works. Take first nozzle up. So it gives discount in cents, constant discount in cents. Okay, this one is working. I think I got, will now create one more time the discount. So actually you can make any filling and it will be the constant discount. So for example, we will order 1 liter, it will be 11.40. I will take up nozzle. Use 11.40. If I use this discount, it will be 10.90. So I have 50 cents per liter discount. Discount is working. Now we'll try to create again discounts. I will delete this discount, or I will just delete object, yes, and create a new discount. Okay, one more time. Constant 20%. Policy accumulation period will be 1 time. Units, the discount will be given on volume, for example. The more volume you buy, the more discount. Products list on first petroleum. Discount units in percent. Policy limits 0 and discount value is 20%. Okay. Save it. Save it. Now we will apply this discount also to our card. Tables have been not saved. Discount process complete. Data will be saved automatically. Okay, we save it. New wallet, constant 20%. Okay, it's working. Synchronization. Okay, information about cards. Now it has 3 discounts. Okay, good. Now let's try to move it to work on it. For example, on pump number 3, first nozzle, discount card. Okay, 3,000 liters. Okay, now it's working finally. We have discount minus 20%. So we can use it. Can make some discounts. For example, you see that normally, for example, the price is 10.25. So in case if we are using without discount, it will be 15.89. But with our card, with 20% discount, we have some cost less than actually. So in receipt, the price will be less. So just take up a nozzle and start our receiving. Okay. The cost was recalculated due to this discount. Okay, so we made some dispensings. Now we can make synchronization to make all the changes, all the sales made to be sent to our database. And now in our database we can make updates of all these things. Now I would like to see what were the sales made by cards in our reports. By shift, for example, we're using only this first shift. Now we have in this report more than only filter and cards. We have also discount, money, volume. We can disable some filter or enable it, and try to check which cards were used. So we see here that our fuel attendants, as we told before, how much they need to return to fuel attendant to owner of petrol station. And here are all our card holders. So John Brown totally made his sales on 10.44. He made 2 sales. Our Mary Brown made only 1 sale, and our Teddy Brown made 4 sales actually. And they totally made sales on 214.89 money. Totally the cards were together made sales on 990.52. Now we can compare the data to the reports inside the card manager. Go to reports, and these are reports same view as Naftapos reports, but on cards inside the card system. Let's make the reports on sales of fuel by cards, or by some detailed reports, just in general sales of fuel by cards. Launch it. So now we are running reports from the server. So this report means some additional configuration. Settings. Okay. Let's check the database connection is good. And I believe that here we need to enter some login password. I don't remember which exactly. Let's check. For example, like this one. Okay, it's working. So we can select some exact type, card number, some date, start date, ends for all the companies, all the petrol stations. We will select our company, our petrol station, only our petrol station, and all the products. For example, products, and try to generate the reports. So totally the cards made 210 money by all our 3 card holders. Let's compare them to what Naftapos thinks, and actually we can make the data is, we can see which fields here are correct and what sales were made totally. Okay, so we can generate reports, different types of reports. We can select, for example, report sales on by discount routes. Let's try to select all fuels. These were made only by discount cards. So in short words, we can generate different types of reports to see from server by all the petrol stations connected, by all the card holders in case if you want. So this is made from our cards software. The same from Naftapos, we can generate its own local reports to see what cards were used on it. In short words, this is all I wanted to discuss. And for more detailed questions, you can try to ask me personally, or I can make some educational video for you for these items also, for different topics also. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to finish this video now.